If you're a fan of Nintendo Card, then look away now. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Retro Dregs, the bottom of the gaming barrel, coming to you from the bowels of Castle Maddock. Before we get going with today's video, just a little bit of housekeeping. Last week I published 3 videos and they've had some views. Thank you. Honestly, when I posted videos, I didn't know if anyone would be watching, anyone would be interested, and they've gotten a couple of views, so that is all down to you, so thank you. If you are returning, thanks very much. We've got a very interesting video in store, and if you are new to the channel, please do watch this video and then rewind and go back and watch the others. So honestly, to everyone who checked out my videos last week, thank you so much. There are more coming. It's given me the drive to continue this endeavour and make more game-related videos and let you guys know how my decluttering is going. But today, we're going to talk about possibly the saddest video game-related purchase I have ever made. So I don't mean something sad as in, oh yeah, that's well sad that. I mean something that as a collector truly pains me and possibly even you when you see what this is. But it's an item and some items that I took pity on and picked up, and I thought I would share them with you today. But before we get to those items, a little bit of background and story to it to put it all into context. So going back almost 12 months to this weekend, I was in Blackpool for Play Expo. And before I'd even got there, I'd made a sort of promise to myself not to pick up any video games themselves. I hadn't ruled out picking up knickknacks and strange and odd things that I could possibly add to the shelves, but I'd certainly ruled out picking up any games because I already knew I was going down this path of I don't really need to be adding any more games to my backlog or putting more games on the shelf that I have no intention of ever playing just because they're in pretty boxes. So the expo itself was terrific. I got the train there, then got on the tram down to the Norbreck Castle, which is the venue of Legends. There are lots of videos about the venue and people staying there. I think it's terrific. I think it's a character in itself, and I'm really glad that Replay Events continues to book this incredible space in this brilliant castle, not too dissimilar to my own, to host this event. I think I got there around midday, so it'd already been going a couple of hours and it shut at 6, so I only had a Saturday ticket, so I knew I was only going to be there for a little bit amount of time. And in the main hall, it's just bustling with arcade machines, home computers, consoles, all set up for you to play on. There's a couple of competitions going on, like right at the back there was like a stage. I'm digressing. So the first thing I did was to go and get a drink, because I was all on my Todd and I thought, right, have a drink and explore. So I had to go on a couple of the arcade machines and then went into the traders hall. And even on that first lap, I'd seen what I'm about to show you. It caught my eye, but not in a, ooh, I want to buy that. It had caught my eye in a, is that really what I'm looking at? So anyway, a couple of hours in and I'm back in the trading hall and I approached the stall that had this item on and I asked if I could take a look. So this is the item in question, and when I picked it up, the chap running the stall said, yes, that is what you think it is. It is a cutout game box that has been stuck on a piece of paper and framed. As you can see, the price is still on here. It's been on my shelf for nearly a year. I've really got to do something with this. And yeah, it just intrigued me. I own Bionic Commando loose cart, and I thought, well, this is an interesting way of me owning the box anyway, and you know, perhaps I can take it out of this and reframe it in a little frame if it fits. I sort of took pity on it and I thought, for a tenner, go on then. Before I'm about to pay, the guy says, I've got a few more if you want to have a look. And he proceeds to pull out an A4 file about this thick, and it's just full of other games boxes that have been cut up. I had a little rummage round. I was a couple of drinks in at this point, and I thought, yeah, I'll get the Bionic Commando one, and if you chuck in a few more, we'll do a deal. If you are a fan or a collector of Nintendo Card, then look away now because I picked up quite a few. So, Snake's Revenge, Metal Gear. That's the unofficial Metal Gear Solid sequel, but yeah, Snake's Revenge. Castlevania 2, I mean, this is a pricey game, and I mean, it's quite sad seeing these boxes like this and just stuck with blue tack onto a piece of A4 that comes in the frame. RoboCop, as I'm a fan of the film and the game. And then the big hitter, you would say, and that is Metroid. So, like I said, the guy had a stack of these and didn't have any information about what kind of collection this had come from, but all I can assume is that it's either come from a collector who was low on space and this was a way of somehow keeping the boxes, although that sort of falls flat for me because you can flatten these boxes and store them. So my only thinking is this is something that was done many years ago in order to keep these boxes. A lot of Nintendo stuff did get thrown out because of the nature of it being in a cardboard box. So this was perhaps a young collector of a similar age in the 90s that maybe cut these out and always had the intention of framing them. So it was a tenner for the Bionic Commando that was already in the frame, and in the folder the chap wanted a tenner each for the other games, so I picked out 4 more I wanted, and I think I got the lot then for £30. Am I a mug for paying that? Probably. I'd had a few drinks, but I think I could do something really nice with these. So I've just taken the Metroid one out of the frame so you can take a look and see that's the blue tack stains there on the back. As you can see, this is a genuine Nintendo NES game box, so you can see that that's just been snipped up and popped in a frame. I was able to get to good old IKEA, friend of all fellow collectors, with their Kallaxes and Billies and good old picture frames, and I was able to frame up the Metroid one, as I've said, in one of these Rodalm frames, but also I thought I'd frame some whilst on the video, and I've got these, I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of this now, Yelevad frames. Now these are about 50p a pound, so they should do me all right for this. Let's just do one now quickly, shall we? So, now the great thing is with the Nintendo card is it actually fits into these frames perfectly. Other than being cut out, they are in terrific condition. Seal the deal, and then that's in there. So that's it for today's video, the tale of the saddest game-related pickup I've ever purchased. Although I think I've turned this tale of woe into a nice little project for myself. So now over to you. What is the saddest game-related purchase that you have ever made? Why not leave a comment below telling me your story? Perhaps you've picked up a battered old console or some other boxes in worse condition than this and been able to turn it round and make it something shiny and sparkly for your collection. I'd love to hear your stories, so leave a comment below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Do remember to hit that like button and consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you.